It's here. I'm very excited. Elements has to be one of my most popular programs that I've ever released, and for that reason I wanted to make another version. This is a fresh program made from scratch. I think you're really going to enjoy this. Those of you who want to focus on the basics, there's something in there for you. Those of you who want to get into much more complex movements and really start challenging the body, there's something for you in there as well. So Elements 102 is split into 4 distinct phases. I've designed this to be done over a period of 16 weeks, meaning each phase is roughly 4 weeks each. Now you don't have to go sequentially through each one because each of these phases has a different style of training. In the first phase, what we're working on is really strength and power, and we do that with really basic movements. We're doing lots of reps and then building in that element of power as well. Now, Elements 101 was a completely bodyweight program, and I've kept that same theme, but we do add an element in the first 2 phases, which is the gymnastic rings, which means you can train inside at your house, outside on the terrace or balcony or backyard, or you can go out into a park and get a really great workout in using these gymnastic rings. So that's our strength element. Then we also have core as well. We are going deeper in these routines, getting really into the side abs, to the obliques, to the pelvic floor, and really stabilizing the diaphragm, which is actually the largest stabilizing muscle in the body, and utilizing the breath and the core together to build more stability from here. So our third element is the aerobic component, and of course we're going to be still contributing to our aerobic base, but in Elements 102 we have a big video release, which is really important for those of you who want to take the aerobic stuff to the next level, which is Aerobic 102, and that goes into testing and data analysis and really diving into the specifics of how to increase your aerobic capacity over a long period of time. Our fourth element in daily movement, we have lots of different options here. I think you're going to really enjoy a lot of these follow-alongs and their specific exercise breakdowns to help you get into a routine. So really the first phase is about building that routine. The second phase is about progressing based on the exercises that you learnt in the first phase. The third phase, we introduce completely new exercises. It's all fresh. So again, you'll start with the follow-alongs, and then once you've got used to the follow-alongs and you have an understanding of the exercises, then in the fourth phase, again, you can start getting into the progressions, start adding weight perhaps, or developing so you are doing more sets and reps, which is going to carry over to much more enjoyable hiking. Now, what about this bonus element? So as part of Elements 102, I have included my entire breathing module from Momentum that you can start exploring. So for anyone who's not finding that they're getting the benefits from the cardio work, it's almost certainly got something to do with the way in which you breathe. So if you have high stress levels and you think that might be impacting the way you hike and run and go through life, then I think it would be really useful for you to focus and go through the breathing module, because it really can be a powerful tool to leverage not only the improvements in the way that we breathe, but also in the way our nervous system operates and many, many other things that relate to not just hiking, but our life in general. It's simple to follow, yet it's still informative. You can go through it at your own pace. You don't need to rush. I've suggested 16 weeks to get through everything, but the likelihood is that you're going to be spending more time on developing your body, your mind, and your hiking continually with this program. I've kept things as simple as possible with minimal equipment. Really, you can do a lot of this program with just a little bit of floor, the wall, and a couple of chairs. But for those of you who want to develop further, you've got the gymnastics rings to add in there as an extra strength element. I've kept this thing really simple, but also really informative so that you understand why you're doing each and every move in this program. And I think you'll understand when you dive into this program how well it relates to improving your hiking, improving your life in general. You can move through this program in your own pace. You don't need to rush. I've suggested 16 weeks, but the likelihood is that some people will take much longer, and that is absolutely fine. When you dive into this program, I think you'll find there is plenty to keep you busy, especially in those last 2 phases of this program where we really get into some more complex movements and things that require a little bit of time and attention and maybe even some workshopping. The idea with these last two phases is that it will challenge you to the point where you'll need to start figuring things out for your body in order to make these movements click. But at any time you need to increase your fitness quickly, you can always go back to the first two phases and just focus on the simple stuff that makes hiking more enjoyable. And that way you've got something there that's really applicable and very useful and effective when you need it. The method of delivery for Elements 102 is through the Chase Mountains app, meaning that it's easy to use. You can swipe through these exercises in the case of those individual exercise breakdowns. You can record your progress, you can communicate and connect with all of the other people who are doing this program and others in my Summit community. You can turn on notifications and reminders to keep you in that good routine, and you can easily access this program with a click of a button from your home screen on the Chase Mountains app. So if you're looking for a new program to take your hiking and your health to the next level this summer for the hiking season and beyond, then check out Elements 102 and check out the FAQ below, which should answer most of your questions. Thanks for checking this out. I hope to see you in there. I'll see you on the summit. I'll see you in the summit community. Bye.